Hi guys, it's Sarah. Today I'm making my somewhat late 2-week pre-op video. Normally I would make this video on Friday, but because I was traveling that day back from Mexico, I decided to wait until today, which is Monday, November 19th, I think. Time's flying, to be honest. My surgery is getting obviously quite a bit closer, and getting ready to leave to go back to Mexico on Wednesday, November 28th. So basically this is my kind of 11-day pre-op video for you. My last video I talked a bit about my vacation in Mexico and what I was eating while I was there and how I was feeling about things at that point, so I'm not going to go through all that again. But what has been happening this week and will be going on next week is my official pre-op diet. My surgeon, Dr. Aceves in Mexicali, requires a pre-op diet based on your BMI. So patients with higher BMI have to do a 2-week pre-op diet. Some patients only have to do 1 week. Some don't have to do anything at all. For me, my diet is 2 weeks pre-op. The diet is a partial liquid diet. So it's 1 protein shake in the morning, 1 protein shake in the evening, and for lunch, some kind of lean protein, so chicken or fish, and green vegetables. The interesting part is that there really isn't a limit on the amount of chicken or fish or vegetables that you can eat, because the diet is not really supposed to be, it obviously ends up being a calorie restricted diet, but that's not actually the purpose. The purpose is to restrict carbs. A lot of people, I think, get confused about why the pre-op diet exists, and it's not to actually have you lose weight before surgery, but it's to restrict your carbs so that your liver shrinks. So when you're overweight, if you eat a lot of carbs, which unfortunately probably a lot of people who are overweight do, your liver gets fatty, it gets enlarged, and that makes surgery more difficult. So the pre-op diet is meant to restrict your carbs so that your liver actually will shrink and make it that much safer and easier for the surgery to be done. So that's what I'm doing right now. Today is the 4th day of my pre-op diet. I started on Friday, which was my travel day back from Mexico, which made it really difficult to actually stick exactly to the plan. I ended up having to do a protein shake in the morning and a protein bar on the plane because I couldn't bring on any liquids. And then we ended up going out for dinner when we got back, and so I did my chicken and vegetables at dinner. But the last 2 days I've been following the plan to a T. I've definitely dropped weight. I've lost about, let's say, 5 pounds in the last 3 or 4 days. So it's definitely working as well as far as losing weight is concerned. Probably because basically I'm getting about 600 to 700 calories a day. So it's pretty tough. I don't know that I expected it to be quite as hard as it was the past 2 days. It has been getting better though. I think what I had read was that a lot of people were saying the 3rd day is the hardest, and that's when you're going to have, the headaches and you're going to be crabby and you're going to want to eat. For me, that wasn't true. For me, the 2nd day was actually when that happened. A terrible headache all day. I was really not in a great mood. I wanted to just chew my arm off. I was so hungry. The cat was starting to look really tasty. The 2nd day was actually the most difficult part of the whole thing. Yesterday was the 3rd day, and actually yesterday was a lot better. I was still hungry, I'm not gonna lie, and I was still probably not in the greatest mood. But I got through yesterday, and I think today is going to be a lot better. I already sort of feel less hungry, which is great. I know what I've read and what I've heard from other people who've gone through the experience is that by the 3rd or 4th day, your hunger actually starts to sort of go away, and it makes it that much easier to stick to the plan. So, that said, I only have 11, 10 days left. There are some people who have to be on a pre-op diet for 5 or 6 weeks. So I'm one of the lucky ones in a way. I also get to eat food. Some people have to do a 100% liquid diet, things like OptiFast, where there's no solid food whatsoever. So that's pretty intense. I'm lucky that I do get to actually have some food and get that experience of eating. There's no snacks allowed, but I am allowed to have sugar-free popsicles and Jello, sugar-free Jello, obviously. Sugar-free Jello is fine. I don't really get much out of eating sugar-free Jello, to be honest. It just doesn't really, it's basically liquid, so it doesn't really do anything to, make me feel like I've eaten. And I don't know that I love any of the flavors that much. Something kind of off about the flavor of sugar-free Jello. And sugar-free popsicles seem to be impossible for me to find anywhere around here. I went to like 5 stores. There were no sugar-free popsicles. If this were the summer, I might have had more luck. I know that I have heard other people saying they've found them from time to time. I didn't find anything. So I did come home and decide just to make my own. I had actually bought some popsicle molds not that long ago, and so I did the Crystal Light and sugar-free Jello method. So basically you mix the two together and make a popsicle out of it. If you do Crystal Light on its own, you end up with a really hard popsicle, if that makes sense. It's just like ice. And so it's not quite as pleasant. If you put the Jello in there, you get a popsicle that's a bit looser, so when you eat it, it actually does sort of come apart. More like a real popsicle, I guess. So that's been going okay. I'm starting to get kind of, I don't even know, not nervous, but just anxious about the surgery. It's getting to the point where it's really real. Now that I'm back from Mexico from my vacation and my surgery is less than 2 weeks away, I have so much stuff that I need to do before I go away. It's just starting to get really real for me. And that's exciting, but it also makes me a bit, I don't know if it's nervous or on edge or just anxious. There's part of me that wishes I just woke up tomorrow and I was, going into surgery. And there's part of me that maybe wishes it was a bit farther away now. I don't really know. Either way, it is what it is. I am leaving for Mexico, or for San Diego actually, to be honest, on November 28th. So I do only have a few days left to get all my stuff together. I'll probably be trying to make a video almost every day until I leave, just about various pre-op things, just so that I've got a good record of sort of what my feelings were and some more background stuff as well. So I'm going to try and do that and try and make a video every morning leading up to my surgery. And then I'm making this video on my new iPad mini, and I'll be trying to bring the mini with me so that I can make more videos while I'm in San Diego and in Mexicali and recovering from my surgery, and hopefully those will be helpful too. So I'm off for today. I have lots of errands to run, lots of work to catch up on, so I will make another video for you guys tomorrow. See you then.